Hey, I'm David Duran, and this is How Many, where we count dark moments, unanswered questions, weird things, and more from awesome and sometimes not so awesome horror movies. Today is the turn for It, from 2017, directed by Annie Muschietti. I don't think this movie needs presentation because it was a total hit. And before that, I guess we all grew up with the miniseries starring Tim Curry. But just in case, in this movie, we follow a group of kids in Derry, a town where boys and girls are disappearing. A terrifying clown is behind all this, so if you're afraid of clowns, this is probably not a very good fit. The movie is based on the 1986 novel written by the king of horror, Stephen King. What a suitable name. Well, now it's time to start. Okay. Before we begin, let me introduce the characters, because other way, this will be really hard to follow. We have Bill and Georgie, who are brothers, and Bill is like, oh man, I really want a boat. And Bill is like, sure, go out and play alone in the rain. No clown will eat one of your arms. We also have Richie, and he's like, friends don't lie, and you're not a monster, things like those. What? Sorry? It's not a movie? A TV show? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We also have Richie, who's like cursing all the time. There's also Beverly, and she's cool, but her life is horrible, honestly. Eddie's afraid of viruses and takes every possible measure against germs. Wow, I just realized he would fit very well in 2020. Stanley is about to have a bar mitzvah, and he's the son of the rabbi, so yeah, no pressure there. Mike works with his grandfather, delivering meat, and Ben, he's a new kid. We also have Henry Bowers, who's basically a psycho. Whoa, too many characters. Yes. Okay, let's start. Bill is sick, but Georgie wants to go out and play with a paper boat under the rain at, I don't know what time, but it looks late. Where are the parents? Does Bill secretly hates Georgie and puts him in dangerous situations on purpose? Or is it just lack of common sense? These questions have no answer. Georgie is playing with the boat, but this is probably the most famous scene of this movie and the miniseries. A child trying to get a boat from a terrifying clown in a sewer named Pennywise. I think that's too much. But you know what my biggest problem is? This lady. There's blood in front of her house and she's just like, I don't know about that. 8 months later, we meet our main characters being bullied in what I hope is another example of extreme depiction of bullying by Hollywood and not a very common situation. And it seems another kid is missing. This clown is hungry. Bill is still looking for his little brother, but his father, well,
he's dead!
The clown starts messing around with all these kids. First goes Mike, showing him some hands with chains alluding to slavery. Then Eddie with this weird lady from a painting, and then Ben with a headless boy chasing him. This sends Ben out of the library, where he was reading a book about the town's history. Unfortunately, Henry Bowers is nearby with all his friends. They take the kid to the Kissing Bridge, where Bowers takes out a knife. I just can say this character is just disgusting. Ben kicks him and falls, and the attackers go after him. At the same time, Bill, Richie, Stanley, and Eddie find a shoe of the new missing child in this place called the Barrens. Yeah. There, they also meet Ben. One of the bullies takes a look inside the tunnels. There's no kids. Well, not alive ones. And there's also a clown. Bye-bye, man. Oh gosh, the Bye-Bye Man. That movie was terrible. It was entertaining, though. Bill, Stanley, and Eddie try to get some medical supplies to treat Ben's injuries, but they are kids, they have no money. In the drugstore, they meet Beverly, who helps them distracting the owner while our friends steal what they need. Oh, that's, yeah, 80s TV. What can I say here? This is just disgusting. Beverly cuts her hair and next day joins her friends, who after swimming and having fun, talk about the town's history. They all get to Ben's house, and wow, no wonder why he didn't have any friends. The information given here is not that important, but is shocking, because Ben explains people has been disappearing in the town for like always. Okay, maybe it was important. Now Stanley's going back home. When he finds this creepy old house, he drops his pills. Man, not even my grandfather takes so many. Anyway, it's good to know there's people who care and help. Like this man. Thank you, sir. It would have taken him years to pick up all those. Stanley runs as a maniac. The man disappears, and the clown is there again, another terrified kid. And that continues with Beverly, who hears something coming out of the sink, but when she gets closer, some hair comes out of it, with a lot of blood. Her father gets there, and she starts screaming, but weirdly enough, he can't see the blood. I wonder if the blood is real, or if it's just some kind of thing only Beverly can see, really. The father just touched it. What if he has some prize later? Yeah, well, he deserves it. Anyway, it's time for Bill to be scared, as he hears someone walking around the house with wet shoes. Oh my god, is that Georgie? Well, no, it's not him, but, let's try to pretend for a while, okay? Once again. Oh my god, is that Georgie? Bill, go get him! They get to the cellar, where Pennywise has an attack because of the terrible CGI. Beverly calls the boys to help her cleaning the bathroom, cause that thing is quite real. I just want to remind you about the fries, that's not ketchup. All these kids are riding their bikes when they realize the car of Henry Bowers is right in front of them. But he's not alone. This f***er and his two friends are beating up Mike. Right before Bowers kills Mike with a rock, the kids start throwing rocks at these human trashes, saving Mike. The kids realize these weird things happen every 27 years, so with the help of a map of the town sewer system, they understand everything is connected to the well house. Of course, our friendly Pennywise is not so happy about this, so Bill heads to the well house, but the rest of the kids are reluctant to continue the investigation. At the end, everyone gets there, because friendship. Inside, Bill, Richie and Eddie find a lot of terrifying stuff, like this, and this, and this, and this. By the time, I was honestly thinking this movie had great moments, but I never really felt like any of the main characters were in danger, which I think is not very good if you're watching a horror movie. But with this scene, I had to shut up. The clown escapes through the well down the house, and the kids get the heck out of that place. Bill wants to continue fighting Pennywise, but the rest are not fans of that idea, breaking up that beautiful friendship for a while. And I have to say, Ben, what a tough guy. He's been hit and stuffed twice, and he's not even complaining. Sometime later, Henry Bowers and his friends are, well, his father, who's a cop, didn't know that, scares the shit out of him, shooting him. A few minutes later, Henry receives a special delivery, and look, 80s TV again. There's a scene with Beverly and her father, but I'm not putting that in. Just take a look at the aftermath and figure out the rest. Oh, and here's Pennywise. Bill gets to Beverly's house. I don't know why. Now it's time to
assemble.
And all prepared to rescue Beverly. Oh, hello, Henry. How you doing? The kids enter the house, going straight to the well and inside of it. When it's Mike's turn to go down, Bowers appears and both start fighting, but Mike defeats Henry by pushing him into that infinite well. Beverly wakes up somewhere, in that place where everybody floats. The girl says she's not afraid of a clown, so it shows her some deadlines. Whatever that means. Somehow Stanley separates from the group, but the boys find him just in time to save the kid. Bill sees Georgie once again and thinks it's a great idea to go alone after his brother. I'm sorry, didn't you say?
Stick together.
I thought so. Bill gets to Beverly, who's now floating as everyone else, but once again, he thinks it's better to go after his brother, who's still running around. A couple of minutes later, the rest of the team gets to Beverly too, and they do save her. She's in some kind of trance, and look at Ben. Hits and stuff didn't break him. But seeing Beverly in this state, love. I have no idea what they could do to bring her back. Oh, come on, as if this was a Disney movie. Oh, it worked? Bill finally gets to Georgie.
I miss you. I want to be with Mom and Dad.
What for? I don't even know the mother. This movie made it look like you were orphans. The rest of the group gets there too. Bill shoots the boy, who's actually it. At first, the clown has a clear upper hand, but as all our heroes stop fearing Pennywise, the entity becomes weak. I'm sure it helped a lot that they were beating up the thing too. Oh, that must have hurt. The clown escapes through a tunnel, weak at least, but with the promise of coming back in 27 years. Sometime later, our heroes can't remember very well what happened, but enough to make a promise of fighting again if it ever comes back. Yes, very good. Okay, now let's go to the count. A fair amount of horror for the most famous clown of all time. Next week we'll have It, Chapter 2, obviously. The second and last installment of this franchise. Some say the second one wasn't as good, but we'll watch and decide. Well, that's it for today. Remember to like, share and subscribe. That's very important. I'm David Duran. This is How Many. Have a good day. Bye. Subscribe. Right now. Now. Okay? Subscribe now.